to.
Okay, and then last one. Why is the president bragging today about gas prices?
Because it's gone down.
It's still $1.72 higher than when he took office.
It has come down in a way that we haven't seen its trajectory coming down in over a decade.
Still
and
over
it is
$4 a gallon,
okay.
though. Is that good?
You want to talk to a nurse or a teacher or a firefighter if having that little bit of breathing room doesn't matter to them?
Are nurses and teachers and firefighters saying gas prices are only $4.11?
I'm saying
this is great?
I'm saying that even that little bit of breathing room matters to families, especially during this summer when people are traveling, when people are trying to do what they can for their families, when people are trying to think about what are we going to do with our kids, drive them to camp, driving to see other family members across the country. This matters. When you think about 85 cents per month for a family member, you think that doesn't matter for everyday Americans? That matters. And the reason we're seeing that is because of the work that this president has done the last several months.
Tell you what, it is nice of Peter Doocy to allow Biden's press secretaries to continue ragging on him in the press briefing room. Republicans might claim to hate socialism, but Doocy's redistributing these openings in quite the liberal fashion. Now, I'm not gonna lie, there are times I'm jealous of Republicans because for months and months and months, you get to hammer the president for gas prices rising, even though the president has nothing to do with gas prices. And then when gas prices actually go down, these people have the nerve to wonder why Biden would possibly want to take credit for the very thing that he was forced to take the blame for over the last year. I gotta say, cognitive dissonance like that must be freeing. Here's the thing, if Republicans had simply recognized that presidents don't control gas prices, they wouldn't have had to contend with this news cycle where gas prices have declined every day for over 50 days. But because they were so desperate to blame everything on Biden, they basically set themselves up to hand him a win when gas prices inevitably came back down, which is what they're doing right now. Gas prices have declined every single day for 50 straight days, with the median US gas price now below $4 a gallon. And again, if your contention for the last several months was that Biden was responsible for gas prices going up, then you don't get to act dumbfounded when Biden's getting credit for those same prices coming down. Now, in reality, because I keep saying that the president isn't responsible for high gas prices, here's what is responsible for high gas prices. There's the fact that the pandemic caused a number of oil refineries to shut down when demand plummeted. Refineries that would have ultimately closed anyway because of clean energy, but not at such an accelerated pace. And those same oil companies likely aren't going to invest money to reopen those refineries, A, when oil prices and their own profits are so high, and B, in a world that's ultimately going to transition to renewables anyway. There's the fact that Russia started a war in Ukraine, and because much of the world doesn't want to fund their genocidal actions, we've banned Russian oil, which accounts for 8% of the global oil supply, leading to reduced supply and therefore, since oil is traded on the global market, higher prices. There's the fact that China is exporting oil at the lowest rate in decades, further shrinking the global oil supply and again, leading to higher prices. And here's the biggest one. There's the fact that we never bothered to transition to renewables decades ago when scientists first sounded the alarms about the dangers of climate change. Because here we are, decades past the point where we should have finished transitioning to save this planet, and we haven't even really made a dent. In other words, yes, some of this is transitory factors beyond our control, but the rest of it is our own piss-poor planning. And if you look at the people who continue to block progress on that front, they just so happen to be the same people who complain when gas prices are high. In other words, ensure that we're subjected to volatile energy prices beyond our control, and then blame Democrats when those volatile prices are too high. Convenient, huh? The fact is that if Republicans truly cared about high gas prices, they would take steps to ensure that we can keep them low rather than just using them as a cudgel to wield against Democrats. When they offer a solution, I'll believe that they want what's best for Americans. But until then, it's clear that their sole priority is making sure Americans feel as much pain as possible so that they can have a talking point for the next election. Before you go, couple things. First, if you want to support my work, the best way is to subscribe to this channel. The subscribe button is right here on the screen. And second, if you want to see and hear more from me, check out my website, briantylercohen.com. That way you can get links to my podcast, merchandise, ways to donate to voting rights organizations, and so much more. The thumbnail is also right here on the screen, so go check it out. And as always, thank you so much for watching.